So definitely a planned pistol round strategy for Sentinels, but the reaction was very good from Fnatic. And they strike the first blow. No force buy, nothing crazy happening here. And Sassy loading up his ultimate. I do think it's really interesting though, Bren, that Sassy is playing the Sky here. When you think about Sentinels, you're expecting Sassy to be the safe pair of hands. The guy that's a veteran, king of initiators, safest player in the game.
Just able to really pick up the pieces when things go wrong, but
yeah, and having him on Sky instead of on Breach, it's a really aggressive comp from Sentinels, and I think it's going to ask Sassy to get really involved in the fighting.
Yeah.
And that's unusual to me. I would expect Sassy and Zeken's roles to be swapped.
It is an interesting one, isn't it? Breach oftentimes going to be that third player into the fight most of the time.
By the way, I mean, Durka is just farming up so many of these kills that he's up,
his ult.
Yeah, he's up to his ultimate already, so the economy could not be in a better spot for Fnatic. They've also got a bunch of rifles heading into this round anyway, so again, I think they're going to let Sentinels set the pace. Sometimes on a bonus round, you'll see the defending team do something really aggressive, and Fnatic were known for pushing down into a lobby pretty heavy on the defense, but Sentinels comp should be setting the tempo.
It's rifles across the board for Fnatic, so manage their economy well enough that they're going to be even in terms of those weapons against Sentinels.
Durka's feeling it.
Yeah, he is. I mean, the dash active right now, looking to try and take an early fight. He sees the head. What is that? Rolling back the years with that one, Dev. Straight through the wall. I mean, just a little juggle and a shot. That's all it took. Trailblazer now going to be trying to
what a great nanoswarm.
Yeah, it breaks it, right?
It does. It breaks any kind of utility that is channeled. So if you've got a Sova, it breaks the drone. If it's, you know, Sassy there, Trailblazer. And that allows Alpha to keep his turret up. They don't spam it through the wall. So map control advantage to Fnatic, but they're still 4v5. And they've got a good read that this is ending A.
With a stack in the play that they've got currently, making sure that every option's watched for. Look at that crossfire. I mean, they've just got so many layers to this.
But also, Leo pretty heavily committed in short.
Yeah. Quite wide. It's going to be a fault line. Now to stun as well, so Leo can't see too much. Does have that dart, but does he want to use it? Aftershock into the corner, a bit of spam. Just finds his targets!
Wow.
Beaming them down, and it's pure instinct play. 3 kills from Leo, who's just anchoring that position. But it is down to Alfie in this 1v2. Spike gets planted, finds the kill. Smoke dissipating at just the wrong time for Zekken. And now he's backing away. Ten's holding close to the angle on Graffiti, and he just found it anyway. Right to the side there. Ever so slide off angle to get that one. So Sentinels are on the board, but they did end up losing 4 of their players in that round.
Yeah, it's damaging to the economy for sure. But I think with Durka being dominant in the first couple of rounds, Tens instantly fires back. The heroics from Leo are incredible here, and he's definitely a player to keep an eye on. But what we didn't spot was that the actual sighted itself coming from long, Tens was able to get all of that utility and push forwards.
Yeah.
I thought the economy would be looking good here for Fnatic, but they're choosing not to commit off the back of Durka's knives. They must have bought up a little too much. Not something that I had realized looking at round 3. I thought they were going for a bonus.
Yeah, it looked that way, didn't it? Had enough spare cash maybe to make the purchase, but like we said earlier, Durka built up to these Blade Storms. Wasn't able to get too much done there. In fact, I think the dash that he activated, it does fade away. We're gonna have that.
Oh shit, मेरा mic, अरे fuck रे. Oh, mic बंद था मेरा. Fuck. Me first. वो सबसे बात कर रहा था तब से. Tens ने क्या sexy glitch किया रे last. 3K.
You can see that both teams are kind of mirrored in terms of their rotations. Durka's got a nice idea about it.
सोच रहा था तुम लोगों का मैसेज आया इसलिए उठ के अभी वॉच पार्टी किया, नहीं तो मैं खुद अकेले देख के खाना खाने वाला था.
Durka with a bit of revenge.
Kill to find Javier. Oh my goodness.
Nice pick.
Just walked away from the door for about a moment. Could have found an easy kill with a shorty, but he will fall. Now a lot of flashes just being committed into the back of the site. Clears that one down. It's going to be a plant as well without too many problems. Util chipping him forwards, but Tens is quite isolated. Holding the back of the side by himself, and that fight at the flank was imperative. Durka wins it out. A little bit strained in its approach. Tens with the updraft play. Aftershock as well, Leo. Just trying to trade it out, swinging through, and Tens still claims the way down to Durka now. Another dash that's come online here, right into the smoke to cut up the crosshair placement. That gives him a good idea of where these players are, but again, just a battle taking place.
4K, let's go.
And that Jet head to head, just manifesting itself.
मैं ग्लोबल के लिए इतना एक्साइटेड नहीं था जितना इस गेम के लिए हूँ मैं.
Desk hyped it up as Tens versus Durka, and that is how these compositions work. All of the utility is going to be used to set Tens and Durka up on the best fights possible, and you're just seeing them clash. They're not necessarily taking the shots against each other early in the round. They're massacring everybody else before they finally meet in the 1v1.
फॉर्मल देख ले कैसे खेल रहा है कल. टेंस तो टेंस है. कल ऐसे जेट खेल रहा है अगर तू हगा.
But this looks awkward for Durka.
Deep push, a slight angle.
And he's burning his dash at the beginning of every one
आज
of these
जिसमें
rounds.
साइफर खेल रहा था वैसे ही खेलना है.
Recalled star there. Going to be pushing him away from that angle now while all this was going on as well. It was a bit of a slow burn on Alpha Sentinels as they are just trying to make sure that they get a bit of space in A short. This Trailblazer up close.
कल क्या है कुछ नहीं रहे रोज कॉम्प पे पुश करते हैं ना हम.
Doesn't really have anybody watching his back.
पुश कर कर आके वहीं पे रह जाते
A
हैं.
lot of players here too to
तो
decide.
कल अच्छे से पुश
The rolling
करेंगे.
thunder's going to be catching them actually. Leo going to be caught. Flash play, and well, the knife's just not good in that kind of position. But Boaster was isolated. Now a drone. Fault line as well cuts across, and Durka's still there, holding the angle at heaven. He knows what his players are, and he will find them time and time again. One after the other, but Sentinels will answer back. And it's just down to Sassy.
1v2
Positioning, I
doable
believe,
है.
known. He's going to get reinforcements as Alfie is going to be rejoining him at heaven. Spike out in the open now. Will he get an easy fight? Just trying to isolate one of them, but no. Jiggle up the positioning. Leo doesn't give away too much now. 28 seconds left in this round. Time starting to get burnt, and now he knows where the second player is. That's one broken, just trying to isolate one of these fights, and well, the warbang angle Alpha here. Just about grabbing that kill.
Such a back and forth round. I think Boaster's kill onto Tens really seals the deal for it.
Yeah.
He's not favored in that situation. Breach ulted up, and you know, Tens
रैंक इज वॉलिंग विद जस्ट
also
लाइक
not
बट
making the most
हाँ
favorable
ना
move in the world.
डायमंड से प्लेट 3 चला गया प्लेट 3 से प्लेट 2 चला गया लग रहा है थोड़े दिनों गोल्ड आने वाला हूं मैं.
Durka to be able to grab the kill on the second, and I think Def should have swung before Durka got a second. Maybe slightly miscoordinated from Sentinels, allowing openings for the Fnatic players, but this is really back and forth. But this is where you now see, Bren, the economic damage that was done earlier, because Sentinels only lose one round and they're dropped down to an eco.
So left to stew and think about what they really want to be doing in this round here. Looks like they are just trying to slowly push towards the B side. Trailblazer gets a decent amount of information. Dash forwards by Tens there. That's just trying to even get this plant down as an aftershock. So Tens, yeah, he's going to be paying.
भाई कुछ भी ले गया ये.
Again, spam from the Phantoms at play. Tap onto the spike. Post plant positions being played here by Sentinel's going to take a miracle for them to get much else with it. Yeah, a bit of jumping and running and gunning from Leo. But already the spike just being stuck through all of this pressure. Didn't have the weapons or the utility
nice
to be able to push them back. But ultimately the goal of Sentinels there was to just try and get a couple of kills, maybe as well that plant, so they can start building up the bankroll once
Nice
more.
eco.
What they have done, though, is fed the Fnatic ult economy. So Chronicle's got his ult online, Leo now with the Hunter's Fury too. And that means that this round coming up, round 7, is going to be massive. I think a lot of ults are going to get used, and if Sentinels lose it, they're back down onto another eco. This is a must-win round for Sentinels, I think, in order to get the
अरे
first half.
पैगा तुम सबका मैसेज आया ना अभी डिस्कॉर्ड पे तो मैं आ गया. ये तो मैं खाना खा रहा था बस फिर मैं भी देख रहा था ट्विच पे यही देख रहा था
Dash from Durka. He's not
लैपटॉप पे.
wasting any time, is he? Has a deep dart as well, a set play, but Tekken up close and personal within the cloud burst. Takes out the threat of Durka. But a pincer attack as well. Boaster was trying to make the most of the chaos. Pushed up into, oh my goodness, into A lobby, and he's even finding a couple of kills of his own, potentially. No, ends up going down before he could claim the second. The trade was there.
The timing is so messy there from Fnatic. I understand that it's a set play, but Sentinels had a lot of windows with which to reinforce their position. Alpha, yeah, missing that shot.
It's very wide.
भाई इतने कॉन्फिडेंस से वाइड पिक कैसे कर लेते हैं.
He can afford to just retake this angle and just on the arm of
फर्स्ट पर खेलोगे
What a shot to hit.
पता नहीं यार.
Giving him just a
कल रात
pistol,
से
but
सोया
now
नहीं.
you're going to see already pushing through this one with the rolling thunder. The ultimate to try and clear it away, and the players had to vacate. Sentinels trapped in the cubby, and Alfie has got that line of sight angle. Watch for once more, but the spike handed over to Pankada. He's got his ultimate, so he's going to be able to get a free plan
Nice
now
round.
onto A.
1v3. Can he do it? He's got a lot
Ghanta.
of time to threaten a reposition. He's going to smoke both Spawn and A-Link.
It's really smart. He's just
The
throwing a
Fnatic,
bunch of misinformation into it, but this fight now by Leo, meeting him into short.
it's
Moves
massive.
the first kill.
It's massive. Takes it down to a 1v2, but he's given away.
Whoa.
What is that?
Chronicle so far ahead of his teammate.
Read
There's
the
no training in
headlines.
sight from Alfia. Now the paranoia. Waiting for the tap of the spike. And there it is. Rips his way across a full blind. Another tap from Alfia, but still biting, waiting. Smoke ready and waiting. Wide swings of it,
बंदा
Alfia.
पिक किया.
So calm and patient in the clutch.
Really big round from Althea. After he missed that
Anti.
opening op shot, I thought it was game over for Fnatic. But he comes through and recovers. Perhaps you could argue that round
Shots
should never
clean
have
दे
been
last
close.
वाला भी
With
ठीक था रे.
Pancada,
वो
an
31
opportunity
HP
to
था.
hit the 1v3.
ठीक क्या?
This one,
Anti.
beautiful.
Just being able to isolate this fight as well. Look at that. Doesn't open himself up too wide with that second fight that he was taking, but ultimately, Alfia, really intelligent player.
And this has brutalized the Sentinels' economy. They're going to be kicking themselves for that. Because like I said, that one decided which way the momentum was heading in the series so far. And Sentinels now are just down to Stingers.
Yeah, disrespecting that utility that was going through into a lobby. Oh, he knows. Durka knows. Ten's locked into this position. Even the utility, the shock starts, you can see it now. What happened to shock though? Durka has to respect that one. The dash to just disengage, make sure he doesn't take too much damage.
Stingers can still be deadly. Durka gets caught out here.
Clean हाँ ना. Shots अच्छे थे. Last 1v1 में
Waiting into the corner. A trap play and wow,
पीछे
Tenz
बदल
makes the
गया.
most of it. A bit of whiffage there from Durka, holding in a very aggressive angle.
Sentence. किसको support कर रहा है दिवांश आज?
To use his ultimate.
Okay, there you go. Lockdown, placed down. Lockdown for a lockdown. How are you getting these kills? With the guns at hand, all up to Sassy. Stinger in his hands.
भाई Stinger OP चल रहा है इनका.
By the players now. The lockdown. Destroyed. Not a problem.
Yeah, no issues whatsoever. And a ton of time on the clock anyway, even if they had all been detained. Fnatic committing really decisively though. If you want to talk about Fnatic's, you know, and more so boasters hunt for a trophy, it feels like they get to a certain point in a tournament, they play against a big team, and there's a bit of freezing up that happens. At least that's my perception of how Fnatic's profile has gone ever since that fated grand final against Sentinels.
हाँ ना भाई Stinger इतना sexy चलाते हैं लोग. इनको देख के Stinger चलाना सिखाऊं मैं भी. Sentinels like a full support. मतलब हारेगा आज. हाँ Sentinels. तू support कर रहा था.
Chronicle, the only player on Fnatic's team to have hoisted a trophy, knows what it takes to win. And I feel like so far Fnatic are making very quick decisions. They're not freezing up, they're not choking. They are adapting to everything that Sentinels is throwing at them.
And this is a difference maker from previous iterations of Fnatic that we have seen. You know, they've spoken many times in the past about, you know, being, you know, quite a well thought out team in terms of how they play, but a lot of set plays and a lot of waiting on boasters' calls.
Definitely.
Not having that much, you know, independence in terms of
तू
making
मत
those
support
quick,
कर रहे Sentinels को.
adaptive plays in the middle of rounds when you get a bit of information. But this is a roster that is stacked with that either veteran presence talent or talent that are very independent and willing to make those quick reactive calls.
And it must be mentioned too that both Fnatic and Sentinels have not been together for very long. These teams, of course, Fnatic, the core was still there of those three players.
नहीं रे उसके
And
tens के भी
Sentinels
मस्त.
blending a couple of different
दो
cores
class तो
together,
मस्त है एक
but
भी
in
3K
terms
वो
of
4K.
practice time with these two rosters, they've only been in the server together for about
बाकी
2
देखते हैं अभी.
months. So things should still be a bit rough and ready. But so far we're seeing some really nice ideas.
Ultima's fucking adorable भाई उसके लिए खेलते देखते थे रे.
Of high caliber players.
Shazam और tens
Early there.
से ठीक है इतना नहीं देखता था मैं.
Potential play from
Zombs भी नहीं देखता था.
Durka here. He's pushed himself up onto this angle and brought down to 57 health, but still wants to take the angle.
And look at how
Dapper
much
sexy खेलता था
freedom that
भाई.
gives the rest of Fnatic. 4 players over towards B, Garage,
Tick
and C.
clutches.
Because
अभी तो
Durka
टीम में
just
किसी को नहीं
knows
जानता मैं.
this is fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
he's
like,
actually on such a
ठीक
tight
है.
angle.
Expert
Pancada
player
could
ये
slip
सब.
past him.
पहले के प्लेयर तो पहले
I
के
don't
थे.
think Durka quite realizes that somebody's to his left.
But he will watch it when they start to cross into this. Now, Trailblazer, here's the dog.
तो नाडरा खिला लो भाई इसमें तो मैप पे तो.
Chooses to vacate.
ऐसे से वॉल बैंग मारेगा ना फट के हाथ में आ जाएगी इनकी.
And I like this from Sentinels, contacting into A. Their composition has a lot of utility, but by contacting, Fnatic feel confident enough that they aren't rotating anybody over to A just yet. Boaster's
ये
hanging
मैं
around
pick
for a
किसने
little
किया
bit,
था?
now only just starting to make his way over. They might not be ready for this A explosion.
Risky maneuver that could be played there. A stun is going to force Durka to not be able to scope in now. He can't really help them out, but already Boaster's trying to at least relieve some of that pressure, but spam into hell. Catches onto Durka, the common angle that he was playing. Two players of Fnatic falling, including Chronicle, make that three. Leo opens himself up so wide
easy.
there. Unfortunate timing with the smoke just fading away. What an answer by Sentinels off the back of that timeout play. Talking about what they wanted to do differently. Perhaps that was part of it, what they were discussing, the contact play to make sure that Fnatic didn't have as much information to work with. They couldn't rotate effectively.
Nice
yeah,
decision.
I think at this point, that's got to be credited as a really nice IGLing call by Def. I think the idea of just using that single piece of utility to push Durka away and recognizing that reinforcements don't come that quickly, it's something that I've always loved about Def's calling, is that he mixes in those
कल ग्लोबल का देख के सही में लग रहा था कि अपन ही खेल लेते हैं ऐसा तो मैं भी हक लेता हूँ
He was mostly doing the calling and the micromanaging on the attack side. He kind of split duties with A-Ring. And there was some
wall bang अबे नहीं इसे नाटरा के wall bang भाई हेवन पे next level किसी भी मैप पे देख लो उसके wall bang और भाई spray transfer तो sexy है नाटरा next level है भाई लाते नहीं है पता नहीं उसको अभी जब से उसके पंगे हुए थे हम ऐसे खेलते हाँ वही ना ऐसे खेलते जेट अरे आज खेला था अरे बहुत अच्छा जेट खेला था ये दिन में यही मैप था मैं साइफर खेला था जेट खेला था प्यारा मारा था इसमें
spam now, and it's the same play by Sentinels. They're just looking to see if they can apply some of that pressure into garage, break the doors, break the util. Should be able to hear that turret close as well. And their goal is going to be to break that.
All of that A-lobby utility and Boaster spamming is trying to fake that Fnatic have multiple players pushed up towards A-lobby. This dog is going to notice that either there was nobody there or they've all dropped back. And look at how Fnatic react now. Instantly off the Trailblazer, there's 3 players at A.
सर दुख रहा था मेरा एक घंटे सो के आ गया How I got permission मेरे contacts ऊपर तक है रहना नहीं खेला था ये जेट खेला था आज दिन में मैं और ये खेले थे डू कर रहे थे तब मैंने साइफर दिया था इसने जेट किया था नहीं मिलेगा कॉर्पोरेट कॉन्टेक्ट्स हैं अपने चच्चा का ये VCT
Fault line through, that's just going to be used in response to try and slow them down. Even the flashes, Tens can't quite see a thing. Even Beef this flash for his own dash coming through, trying to spray it down. Boaster does help them out a bit. A gun in action. Okay. 3 kills for him. And just backs away. Rotating
यार Boaster भाई ले गया इससे थोड़ा डर के रहना पड़ो आज वालों ने कस्टम में क्या हुआ था
There's not a chance in hell of him winning this round, so just has to save the rifle.
D1 से 1v1
He's going to get a backstab on Boaster here, but Boaster's already done the damage. Amazing defensive calling, and also he's playing so much more aggressively in this game than I've seen from Boaster.
And the difference maker there, honestly, was Boaster fighting really hard for it, but Chronicle actually helping him out with a util. That was the difference maker when Durka was holding that just by himself.
Chronicle's
util there was fantastic.
Boosted diamond होगा boosted का दिमाग बता सकता है boosted है कि नहीं है कोई easy
all of that was just used excellently, and Boaster is playing so much more aggressively. You are right.
Yeah, he's got confidence. I don't know if he's been working on his, aim labs routine or what in the off-season, but he's taking map control, challenging these players. He's not scared of the heavyweight big hitters on Sentinels. He's just taking it to him.
दिमाग चैंक का हुआ कि नहीं हुआ?
Kind of attitude mindset. Whoa! Really do need the knives.
हक दिया भाई.
It's the same kind of path.
FNL ये वाला मत देखियो, ऐसे नहीं खेलना, है ना? ऐसा तो खेल ही लेता है जो हगा इसने
and this is disastrous. Sentinels need a miracle here because going down 8 rounds, giving 8 rounds to Fnatic,
brutal. really brutal for them.
Nice,
they do need a miracle. Who's going to be the playmaker?
Boaster जैसा तो नहीं खेल पाएगा तो इसलिए बोलूँगा ही नहीं मैं.
Forward, Sassy has to hold this. He knows being pushed. There's the first opener. Still Zekken, his positioning is known. A pop flash play moving forwards, and Zekken isolates the fights, but eventually shut down.
Boaster को मारो बस.
Really, really well calculated there by Fnatic, making sure that they didn't overstep themselves, didn't give too much away.
ना 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 ऐसे नहीं करना है पर मैं तो गलत देख रहा है.
An extremely good half from
उसका टाइम अभी घुस के मर गया वैसे नहीं.
8-3 with a potential to go 9-3. Either way this final round goes,
9-3 नहीं रे 8-4 करे.
put on a really good
तो chances
performance
हैं.
here. Their retakes have been excellent, and apart from a couple of good moments from Sentinels, they've been able to work the defensive rotates into a position to shut down the pushes. We haven't seen TENS unlocked as much as perhaps
Zekken का ult है. ये घुस जाओ मैं तो कह रहा हूँ जय माता दी.
Now we're heading into that final round of the first half here. Operator fight taking place, Durka.
दिव्यांश Fnatic को support करना start कर दे.
Waits it out as well. Smart from him. Doesn't immediately go for the turret. Just waits for it as it's being activated, just in case a player slips up and makes a mistake and peeks before it's ready. TENS even going for a shot of his own as well, almost reacting to that jump peek.
But now they know TENS is opping on attack, and that means that they should expect Sentinels to be playing a little slowly. So Fnatic don't have to be as aggressive in terms of reclaiming the map and looking for information, because they know that if they just kind of hold tight, Sentinels are going to be working a pick for probably the next 20, maybe even 30 seconds.
You know it's going to be a slower paced round, and look at this reposition by Alpha yet. Deep push to the bottom of C.
Smoke check नहीं हुआ.
The map, honestly, that hasn't been explored too much by Sentinels. When they've been going for these C hits, oftentimes it's through Garage, so this could be a really valuable backstab position if they decide to go for the C hit, which right now just a contact play, breaking that alarm bot, but the positioning is going to be known now with 40 seconds remaining. Durka looks down the one angle. Still going to be holding it down. Rolling Thunder to push him back. Wants to take the shot before it goes through, but there we go. The extra layers that I was talking about earlier. Alpha here, locked and loaded. And it is disaster for Sentinels. Two players left standing, with depth falling all down to Zekken.
Ooh, nice shot.
Shot to be found, but Alpha here once more with that consistency.
डर का वो क्या one tap delete
I
किया
think so
भाई.
many people were coming into this match wondering which team would
Fnatic
have
मेरी
the
जान तो ये
better
लेके
super
जाएगी.
team. Is it Americas or is it EMEA?
हाँ तो
And
Fnatic
Fnatic
support
have
कर.
landed an emphatic
बाकी अपन
first
देख
blow.
लेंगे.
Outstanding first half from them.
भाई गंदा खेलता भाई ये.
Going into Haven as well. Very ready for it. He had so many different
18 या 19 का ये है और ये I think. वो छोटा है.
Really falling across the board, and now let's send it down to the desk to break down the first half so far.
गंदा मारता है. Okay.
Thank you so much, Brennan.
9-3 curse.
What a
Big,
half
yeah.
for Fnatic. They look
Gay.
absolutely filthy. I might need to take a bath.
Yeah, I mean, they looked incredible in that half. The defensive-sided calling from Boaster was great. But what impressed me most was their ability, even when their initial plan failed, to come back and still be able to win out rounds. And I want to take a look at
हाँ
this.
Fnatic जीतेगी
This
ना.
was a really cool idea
नींद
that
आ रही है
they
यार.
pulled out with this gambit. They switched the off over to
अरे
Alpha,
ऐसा
and
मैच
Durka
नहीं आएगा रे बाद
dashing
में.
into mid off of a stun, a dart coming through lobby, and
दोनों ही
that
sexy team है भाई.
Fury. Quite a
Sentinels,
good idea,
Fnatic.
but he got punished by Zekken. It looked like Sentinels was going to be
भाई
able to
उसका
win this
1
round,
level का
but
account है.
Fnatic in the mid-round
The fuck?
had a good adaptation, and a lot of that was
उसका
Boaster's
account 1 level है.
The casters talked about it. He gets up, he gets his, and he sets his team up for this really strong retake back into the C side. Sure, Penkata got things closer to clutch, but overall, Fnatic had control of that half, and Boaster's calls were solid.
Yeah, I mean, nasty with it there for Penkata. So close to being able to clutch that out. And had he been able to, that would have stopped a bit more of that momentum there from the side of Fnatic, who were able to string together 4 consecutive rounds right there in the middle of that half. But now it's on Sentinels to try to bounce back, and one of the ways they're going to be able to do that is with 10. So let's go ahead and we'll take a closer look at some highlights from him and Durka, because from the outset,
Also looking strong.
really kicked things off. He
देखते हैं.
pace immediately.
Defense.
It took a little while, was able to eventually
डिफेंस में अपने Sentinels क्या उखाड़ पाते हैं. Main ID से कोई नहीं खेलता उनको कहते हैं हाँ public beat but TENS की तो I think main ID है ना ये. Main से ही खेलते होंगे यार I think. उनको फिर title भी तो मिलता है ना. VCT winner और ये सब का.
Use a little bit more work. I'm looking towards depth with this defensive calling.
Yeah, it seems like
देखा
Coach Lee and Boaster's prep work has definitely
VCT
paid
वाला
off
account
here
अलग
on
होता है.
Haven. And look, I mean, this is what you expect on
अलग
the
होते
pick
फिर
of,
title उनको main account में मिल
this
जाता है
is
क्या?
Fnatic's pick. So if you really
किसी
want
की
to
भी
do
main नहीं
the,
होती.
you know, the kind of like the microscope into the matchup, this is going all according to plan for Fnatic. How does Sentinels try and bring this back? Let's send it back over to the casters.
लिख ले फॉर्मल एक छोटा पंखा भी लेके आना है हाथ पसीने नहीं आने चाहिए Bro, every player have their own VCT account अलग से ऐड होते हैं titles
Tens is a player that is quite interesting as well. He's had such high peaks early on in his career. 2021.
ओ जैसा उनके पास था रे PRX के साथ PRX के पास कितना उसमें वो पैसा था डेवलपमेंट्स कितना अनलिमिटेड था आई थिंक एक गम भी चाहिए और स्किल्स भी हाँ हवा करने वाली ही मिल जाए तो अरे अरे तो फिर बात ही अलग होगी फिर फुटबॉल भी लानी है क्यों में देखा दुखेगा रे मत कर मैं अकेला ही हूँ क्या जो क्लासिक लेके पुश करता हूँ कुछ नहीं खरीदता हूँ सबने कुछ ना कुछ खरीदा नाइस इन्फो गराज में दो ती जा रहे लग दिया
again beam them down with that frenzy clip not working out still there's that 3v3 and the players are low on either side.
1 HP है
Yeah, it now gets a bit awkward for Fnatic because they don't control Garage and they also don't control C long.
ये अपने शरीफ वाले भैया
here at the back of the side
easy 3k
maybe opens himself up here but this close position by Boaster could be everything for them tapping away
ooh, nice
just holding a little bit too close flash dodged away
nice
and Tens claims the second at the back of the site. It's all for Leo to do, and unfortunately, just cannot withstand coming his way.
That is what you want to see. Sentinels with a lovely retake, and also Tens finding his opportunities. Des was talking about how good the coordination was there, but I think that post-plant setup was really awkward by Fnatic. They're holding a flash off contact, but Tens has already killed the contacting player before the flash is anywhere near coming through.
वेब से एक्सपीरियंस से बोल रहा है क्या भाई मजे आ गए भाई क्या हेडशॉट प्यारे क्लीन पहले वाला प्यारा सेकंड वाला ठीक है तुक्का क्या ऐसे तुम फिनेटिक्स वाले सुधरोगे नहीं सुधरोगे
His performance at Reykjavik was unbelievable. But there's been so many questions about, has this guy still got it? You know, does he just want to be a streamer? You know, all of the same stuff that people say whenever people get too popular. But he said, when Sentinels were forming this team, he said to the head coach, listen, I still want to compete. I still want to be the best.
Yeah, still wants to try and make his mark on the global stage, that competitive
Spectre
environment. This is a weaker buy for Fnatic. Okay, taking a fight right to them. Fully blinded up though, and Turka does get handed a pretty easy kill.
Nice one. Nice sound.
Gonna need to channel something unholy to be able to win this.
Durka.
I've seen Durka win 1v3s on Haven A before.
Naughty FNC. के चलो टीम FNC फर्जी बंदे यार बहुत एक्सपीरियंस है इनके पास पोस्टर हो गया डरका हो गया पैर हो गया सब प्यारे खेलते हैं इजी नहीं होने वाला है गेम
doesn't offer any more as well. Look at that, just gets the information and backs away, playing quite patiently.
He knows that this is going to pull the defenders towards A, but he's a bit slow to rotate off fully and try and get a free plant on C. Tens is thinking about it though. Has to spread out again just in case. Durka's made a mad dash to the opposite side of the map. But I don't think this one's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, with 20 seconds left.
I think actually Durka's at risk of...
Tens to tens है, read देख. Already निकल गया. Garage hold कर रहा है. EP garage आ गया. E गया. Nice round.
Def ready for it.
Will fall.
So have Sentinels got something cooked up? So we were talking about the
भाई ulti में होती तो 13-0 हो जाता घंटा
and a paranoia to work with, you know, a lot of stuff to go forwards and empower Tens to take
यार पुरानी टीम में ना सारा डिसाइड ही नहीं कर पाते थे कि सैम अच्छा जेट है कि टेंस दोनों सही खेल लेते थे बट वो आईजीएल था बस खेलते थे सिनाट्रा सैम डैपर्स सिक और टेंस इनको खिला दो मैं बोल तो रहा हूँ सिनाट्रा को भाई लेके नहीं आ रहे लोग कॉम्पिटिटिव में लेकिन बहुत सही खेलता है वो क्या सेक्सी क्लचेस करता है भाई
Probably off the contact of tens with the Marshall. That's where the paranoia is going to be let ripped. The Fnatic have read this quite effectively, I think. Now,
what I mean to है
willing to
इसमें
really
देखते हैं
just
क्या उखाड़ पाते
for
हैं
any easy kills towards Sentinels. Instead, they're going to be contacting to a completely different area of the map.
Yeah, they've found the opening. They have found the gap in the defense. And Def is going to be asked to do a lot. Def and Pancada also full board in this round, so
Oh, yeah.
they'd be in a challenging spot if Def goes down.
Can't be losing this rifle early. Here's the dash through. Tries to go
पूरी
for a
side
bit of a
छोड़ दी,
spam
retake
kill
कर लेंगे.
here, Leo. He's being isolated, surrounded right now, but yeah, holds the angle, and Sassy just wades right into him. Alfia's back there. That flash was not good from second. A bit of a self-flash there, but...
And now things are getting horrible for Sentinels. They kind of need to just save 2 weapons into this round.
They really do. Lose the rifle.
They got destroyed before they were anywhere near setting up for the retake.
साइड पे जगह नहीं मिल रही थी भाई हल्के सी एंट्री मिली पेल दिया गंदा भाई उल्टी में होती है 13-3 होता घंटा 13-0 होता
5 being the scoreline. Such a difference.
आना सिनाट्रा अकेले देख लेता भाई सोवा दे दो एक ऑडिन दे दो
Every advantage you can carry.
पूरी टीम स्पॉन में वो निकाल देता गेम
So what they're going to be opting into. It looks like if the replays are going on, I can see the money that's going on. It does seem like they're opting into just forcing up into this round, but it means the weapons are not good. Pancada's working with a sheriff while all this is going on in this setup.
एक ही राउंड था
Yeah, this is last chance desperation mode for Sentinels. They need somebody to go huge, and Tens is not here.
All that utility just being dumped through. There you go. Fault line. It's not on the one side. Sentinels opting to just completely get out of there. So they want to play for this retake now, but the weapons, like I said earlier, are just not good for it. I mean, Tens has got an operator.
And Sassy's also got no flashes. One is going to come back online at some point in the
flash
round.
नहीं है
They're really relying on Zekan's utility, and I would give Tens the rifle. Yeah, they have done that, actually.
Swapped it around, so Sassy putting the operator now. We'll see what Tens opts to do. Paranoia rips his way across, including the stun as well. Finding a one fight, no! All just being met pound for pound, match for match.
गया ये मैप
The
तो
crossfire just far too potent from Fnatic.
ठीक है Fnatic का मैप था
In the round. Real difference maker for this squad.
And Boaster
हमारे
with
कोको को
memories of
लेगा
that final map of Reykjavik on Haven, where Sentinels lifted the trophy in his head.
कोको को हर जगह डाल दो
Memories of that going through his head. He has delivered such
मुझे लगता है मैं गेम खत्म होने तक जगह रह पाऊंगा तो जा रहे नींद ज़्यादा जरूरी है मैं भी सोने वाला था बट फिर खाना खाने लगा नींद उड़ गई तुम सबके मैच जाके तो ऑनलाइन आ गया
Sentinels look like they are completely
ये
out
मैप
of
तो
the
गया
game. We saw some flashes of
नेक्स्ट
brilliance in the
स्प्लिट
first
सेंटिनल्स
half.
का है
But other than that, the coordination, the
सबका
utility
डिसाइडर
usage,
लोटस है रे
the
इसमें
in-game
डिसाइडर लोटस है
ideas just all in favor of Fnatic on Haven. This was a
आलू को
great
ले जाओ
map pick to
वही
start
आने
things
वाल
off.
लेगा इनकी
Making it 11 to 5.
आ गया आलू भाई हक देता है बहुत बार तो मेरे साथ तो जब भी कॉम्पी खेलता है डुओ में हमेशा हक देता है
Rolling Thunder though being set up. This is Chronicle, and he's going to clear this through all of A. Players trying to hold close.
टेंस गंदा बनने वाला है अल्टीमेट स्टन पुश करेंगे पेल देंगे
He's far enough back. No one from Fnatic might be able to swing off this though. In short, they're playing pretty far back there. So, what are they waiting
Recon
for
का
right
वेट चल
now?
रहा
Maybe
है
a bit of util to come back. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Leo
just a
with the
recon.
dart, waiting for that recon to come back online.
But I do think these short players need to be a little further forwards. Now they start moving their way forwards. They're into good space. And
now
here we
they're gonna
go.
To start, and that's it. Everything just
रेड कहाँ गया उड़ के
drop right round the corner. Even the aftershock.
बोला था गया
Sublime
टेंस
placement of the utility. So well executed. And that double stack, the risky play by Sentinels here on their weaker buy does not pay off. Fnatic looking so damn ready to take that 12th round, set themselves up on map point.
It looks sublime, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's so good.
नाइस शॉट
Fnatic are going to take that step closer to taking map 1. And it would have to be
क्या ही
an
सेव
almost
करेगा
impossible miracle run for Sentinels to mount any kind of comeback. Fnatic looks so in control. The
जिता
game
देगा
plans
पक्का
are gorgeous. Brent, a lot of the times, super teams do not live up to the hype. It's obviously way too early to call it for any of the teams in VCT.
आलू सब ये बोल रहे हैं कि तू जाता है तो जिता देता है इन सबको
But I like what I'm seeing so far from Fnatic. They haven't just strung together a bunch of good players on their team. They've got a nice game plan and good
गया
ideas
ये
of
तो
the roles how
12
the synergies are going to
5
operate.
बाय राउंड है इनका शायद एक दो राउंड और निकाल ले बट मैप तो गया
Just a replay of that round as well. But this
स्प्लिट में देखते हैं अभी तो क्या होता है।
The recon dart is also so good that Leo throws.
यार एक चीज है,
If it gets broken, they breach.
Chaos
If it doesn't
बहुत
get
लोगों
broken,
ले रहे हैं इसके
then
अंदर,
it plays
like
out short and they know
बहुत
that they
लोगों के
don't
पास
need to
देखा सब
breach on
Chaos से
that
खेल रहे हैं।
position and they can save it. You know, there's serious thought process.
क्या एनर्जी वाला
into
मैप हो
this.
चाहे किसी का, ये सब
This is one of the
Chaos
things
से
that
खेल
Fnatic
रहे
always
हैं।
does, is
मैं
start
भी
out
Chaos से खेलना
tournaments
स्टार्ट
with
करूंगा।
amazing ideas.
Including this one, Shark Dart over the top. Land right at the front side of B, so that's going to be just clearing out all that utility. It was popped off early though, Durka. Draft dash play. He is stunned up though for the moment. Even the darts are clear through the back of the site, but this is Sentinels that now need to answer with something else. They're close to a couple of ultimates for this plant. It's going off and there's no problems whatsoever. It's now setting themselves up into the post plant. What an opening with Zekken falling. You don't have that breach utility. And how do you win this? Cosmic Divider cut the one side up. Tens. Never opener for him. Seekers though going to be spreading out into the side. Trailblazer even missing. This wall so difficult. No sky burst through. There is no flash to break through this. And time is ticking. Finally it regens, but already the fight being taken. Sassy trading out, winning it Pancada with the flank. Reflanking through, it's all down to Leo. In that 1v2, one fight isolated, half on a defuse, Sassy sticks it. The percentage play, there's no way you're sticking his own away! Unbelievable! The absolute cojones on him.
भाई सामने के सामने डिफ्यूज करके चला गया, रिवील्ड था जबकि। छी भाई, इन लोगों से तो एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करते भाई। रिकॉन फैंटम, हाँ रिकॉन फैंटम और chaos वैंडल।
I'm speechless at what Sassy just did.
I mean, when you are literally on map point, why not?
पता है ये सब देख के ना, VCT ये सब देख के बहुत सारे स्पॉट्स, वॉल बैंक स्पॉट्स और ये सब पता चल जाते हैं। अरे मैं बहुत देख रहा हूँ आजकल, लोग कहीं से कुछ भी मतलब वॉल बैंक करते हैं।
For all the heroics, it is still not looking good.
Take it one step at a time, one round at a time if you are Sentinels, because like you said, Josh, there's still Fnatic in that driving seat. Knives now going to be ripped out for 10. Still, that's going to be a lockdown. Instantly the Hunter's Fury is used. Leo was ready for this one.
Lag हो रहा है क्या? मेरे में तो नहीं हो रहा.
No hesitation. Players falling left, right and center, and they just cannot capitalize. Sassy the last man standing. He's handed an easy one. The barrel of the gun just opening out. A little bit too wide. Drone tagging. He's going to push him back. Let's hope a bit of re-swing there with that pre-fire, but Fnatic are looking more than ready now to take this one. Surrounding the reposition. Look at this from Durka. Into the back of garage, it's just unwinnable. Layers of utility, no one giving him an easy fight.
Nice.
Beams him down, but left to 5 health. And the doubled up positions, look at it. Waiting it out with the patience.
पैसा खाया, अरे बिक गया भाई, 100 बिका हुआ है.
In this series, 13-6.
GG हो गया ये तो.
Good start in the series for Fnatic on their map pick. Looking completely in control from about the middle of the first half. We called it an IGL's playground, and I think not just Boaster's calling, but also the game plan, the preparation
Boaster
was so
भाई.
evident and looking super strong.
GG हो गया इनके साथ.
Sentinels are going to be hard pressed to fight back on Split here. This Fnatic team
Split लिया Sentinels ने.
They're worthy of the title so far of Super Team.
देखो क्या होता है.
Series we potentially have as well. The fact that Sentinel's next map pick is Split.
सीरीज में भी हो रहा है? The fuck?
Throughout the entirety of this org's existence, but
wait a sec.
That is going to be interesting. We're going to be finding out just on the other side of this break just how the rest of this series is going to be playing out.
मेरा मिड में हुआ था एक बार. फक भाई कुछ नहीं होता, सेंड का सपोर्ट करना पड़ेगा और स्टीम में भी हो रहा है. हाँ उनकी स्टीम में ही हो रहा है, बिकॉज मेरा भी यहाँ लाइक हल्का फुल्का एक या दो बार लैग हुआ था. इनकी स्ट्रीम में ही है. कल से लेफ्ट हैंड खेलना क्यों? लेफ्ट से कौन खेल रहा था? एक कोच तो अपने को भी चाहिए यार. एक कुछ तो बने डिजर्व करते हैं. बूस्टर नहीं है, बूस्टर है वो. चूती है. बूस्टर तो दिव्यांश है. टेंस नीड श्राउड बग श्राउड का टाइम गया सब कह रहे हैं सिनाट्रा को बुला लो भाई लेट टेंस कुक अबे इंडियंस नहीं है आज इसमें ट्विच पे मैं खेलता हूँ नहीं तो बूस्टर लगाना तो मेरे को बूस्टेड से दिव्यांश की याद आ गई
Red Bull gives you wings. Red Bull gives you wings.
यार मेरे को बहुत गंदी फीलिंग आ रही है 2-0 होने वाला है जबरदस्ती का हाइप अप है सेंटिनल्स का 2-0 जाने वाले हैं लोग गया सेंटिनल्स टेंस को भी सिर्फ इसलिए लगा था कुछ नाम की वजह से इन लोगों ने इनका बस चलता तो पूरा सेंटिनल्स का रोस्टर चेंज कर देते टेंस को उसकी बस रखा है क्यों रखा है समझ नहीं आ रहा सोल्जर्स का इन गेम में किंग है रे सिनाट्रा बॉडी बनाने में बिजी है सिनाट्रा होता तो बात अलग होती रे पुरानी टीम सारी सही थी 6 सिनाट्रा डैपर सिजैम टेंस अलग 2-0 की बू आ रही है मुझे 2-0 होगा हारने वाला है सेन अबे किसी को भी उठा लिया मतलब एक्सेट से उसको उठा लिया और ये सब की भाई ठीक है वो लोग अपने 5 स्टैक में उनकी सिनर्जी थी इसलिए लाइक अच्छा परफॉर्म किया था उन्होंने इसका मतलब थोड़ा है कि लाइक किसी भी 5 अच्छे प्लेयर्स को एक टीम में बैठा दोगे और कहोगे जाओ खेल लो सिनर्जी बिल्डअप होने में बहुत टाइम लगता है भाई सालों लग जाते हैं इनको क्या लगता है 2-3 महीने में कुछ भी हो जाएगा हाँ सिनर्जी नहीं है हमने ग्लोबल में भी नहीं है ग्लोबल में भी तो ये किया ना इन्होंने उनको लगा कि भाई पैसा है बाहर से बंदे उठा लेते हैं डाल देंगे एसके रॉसी इंडियन है इंडिया का भी नाम हो गया चलो रॉसी तो नाम की वजह से ही था बस कि एक तो इंडियन है और ऊपर से रॉसी का नाम है और 5 लोग जाओ खेल के आओ ऐसे कैसे खेल ले भाई चूते उधर घुस घुस के मर गए सारे लोग nuts. शिट नहीं बकरी की लीद है मैं जाता सोने जा गुड नाइट आराम से सो सुबह बताता मैं तेरे को क्या हुआ इंडियन टीम में एक इंडियन हाँ ना अरे मतलब यही है देख सेंटिनल से उन्होंने सिर्फ टेंस को रख लिया क्यों क्योंकि सेंटिनल्स का नाम टेंस की वजह से चल रहा था सजैम की वजह से भी था बट ठीक है सजैम की पॉपुलैरिटी कम हो गई थी बहुत हेट मिली थी उसे हारने के बाद टेंस को रखा ठीक है इंडिया में भी यही था ग्लोबल था सारे बंदे बाहर के उठा लेते हैं इंडिया के नाम पे एक बंदा खिला लेंगे एसके ओसी खिला लेते हैं कितने अच्छे अच्छे बंदे इंडिया में भाई डेथ मेकर खिला लो किसी को भी खिला लो एक अच्छी टीम इंडिया से बना सकते हो लेकिन नहीं बाहर के बंदे उठा दो बाहर के अच्छे खेलते ही होंगे कल बताना कैसा था क्या बताता मैं कल बताता
Map on Haven from Fnatic.
Yeah, I thought that they're gonna pick SN by the way, but I think maybe because
ये देख
like
तू
the X set
112 के वॉचिंग आ रही है वैलोरेंट ऑफिशियल की 153 के वॉचिंग आ रही है एरिक की 1.5 लाख लोग देख रहे हैं भाई इसको वैलोरेंट से ज्यादा बंदे डायरेक्ट को देख रहे हैं जी भाई ये देख कहीं नहीं हट रहे 4.3 के 3.2 के 2.2 के सिजैम का खुद का 2.6 के वॉचिंग आ रही है ये वैलोरेंट से भी ज्यादा वैलोरेंट ने जितना चैंपियनशिप में पैसा दे रहा है उतना ही एक स्ट्रीम से उठा रहा था लास्ट टाइम एक स्ट्रीम से तब एक पिच में एक स्ट्रीम से इतना पैसा उठा रहा था जितना इनकी प्राइस पूल है
every other time it just seemed like things were really falling apart at the seams.
And comparatively, it really felt like Sentinels was struggling on that attack side to find the
इंडिया वालों को PUBG से फुर्सत मिले तब ना इन्होंने PUBG खिला लो इन्होंने डांस करा लो स्पॉन्सरशिप दिलवा लो ऐड करवा लो और थ्रो करवा लो फेवरेट प्लेयर हाँ ना डेथ मेकर खिलाओ डेथ एसके ऑसी कहीं नहीं हटता रहे डेथ मेकर के सामने उसका एम अलग नेक्स्ट लेवल एम है उसका है
They went into the half with an incredible lead that would have been very, very hard
अच्छा
to lose out
बदनाम
on,
करो
especially so because they're executing that
मैं
attack.
बनाऊंगा हेलो प्रो अपन टीम बनाएंगे VCT 40 में खेलेंगे हाँ क्या बूढ़े बूढ़े चलेंगे व्हील चेयर में
They just looked so
इन्होंने
clean.
TikTok
Sentinels
बनवा
are
लो
obviously going to be left picking up the pieces. But, you know, let's actually take a gander over at a Verizon high-speed moment of the match. And we're going to give some love to Chronicle here. And, oh, I did a little Jimmy there. We're going to give some love to Chronicle because, honestly, you guys, you know, again, the two new players coming in for this team, Mimi, have popped off.
Yeah, I mean, the supportive utility from both Chronicle and Leo seems incredibly well coordinated.
Chronicle Leo से ही खेले हैं बाकी तो I think ये पिछले ही बंदे हैं But ये दोनों
Fnatic has done a better job of slotting these two guys in. And I mean, Redguard, you thought it was interesting as well because
Sentinel से तो सही synergy है इन बंदों की
he's on a new role in this.
बाकी क्या पता अभी तक अटैक था
when we played like before, he played.
I mean, मैं भी इनकी उसका था फेवर में था.
Like kind of this guy that need to learn a lot of things, and after he's doing incredible his job.
Yeah, it feels like once he gets comfortable.
हाँ डी को भी ले लेंगे डी को भी लेंगे क्या डी टीम फ्लैश करते हैं भाई
scary thing and I don't know about you guys but Chronicle looks pretty comfortable
कच्चा
right
बादाम
now.
करवा लो
But you know what though, moving on to our aim lab shoot around and we're going to be checking in with the IGL of Sentinels. It's going to be Def here who you know really Achilles had a hard time.
ये करवा लो भाई इनसे एम लैब खुलवा के और स्कोर अच्छा करवा लो और इन गेम में हगवा लो एम लैब में तो भाई ऐसे हैं कि यही लेके जाएंगे चैंपियनशिप बट ये एम लैब की चैंपियनशिप नहीं इनको समझा दो कोई
And because the reads that they were able to get, the way that they were clearing their way into those A sites, knowing whether or not they were going to have to throw the rolling thunder and whatnot.
मैं भी खेलूंगा और तेरे में तो टाइम है रे अभी किंग बहुत टाइम है तो 10th में अभी टॉप 40 का होगा
You were talking about
तो फॉर्मेट चेंज हो जाएगा
how good he is at calling split. That is what we need to see. We need to harken
95% accuracy.
Yeah, his attack side calling on split has historically always been really good. Zekin as well, I think, as
मेरी
an
आती
individual,
है
has always felt enabled on this map.
83,
so it feels like
84%.
should probably be a solid map for Sentinels, but they are, of course, bouncing back from that really tough start. And I mean, Redgar, you're an IGL. What is it like losing out on that first map, kind of being out-called and having to bounce back into the second?
I
तो ट्रिगर करने के लिए तो चाहिए
all like the pressure you already lost like what you can lose sales right so you just need to focus on the another map like what you can do in the
क्या लग रहा है लोटस तक जाएगा ये गेम
things like what you should say to the guys to fire it up like find out the key points like the best rounds
जिस हिसाब से लोग खेल रहे हैं टेंस अकेला देखा है बस वही क्लच कर रहा है बाकी तो पूरी टीम एक पॉइंट पे भागी रही है इनकी इंडिया में तो अभी तो आ रहा है कौन सा लॉ आ रहा है
I'm wondering if they're going to play
तो
instead of
खेलने
him
आएगा
on
तो
that
हम
jet,
निकल
maybe
चुकेंगे
use
हाँ ना
him
हम
on
रिटायर हो
that
चुकेंगे
base,
हम
try
फिर
to
शाउट हो
double
जाएंगे आराम से
like
बैठ के ज्ञान दिया करेंगे
There's different options for the squad.
All right, Prime Gaming Agent Select is underway, and you know what, Redgar, you were talking about, you were curious what Fnatic we're going to be busting out here, but so far it looks like we're going to get some explosive gameplay.
Oh, yeah, I see like that Horning right now is playing on Raze. It's like a kind of different role. Like, how can someone
Initiator नहीं है ना इन पे
throwing the nades and the opponents and kill
Fnatic's में
That would be good. That would be very good for him.
एफएमएल लिख ले, एक पंखा लेना है छोटा, हवा करने वाली मिले ना मिले, एक पंखा जरूर लेना है, तभी शॉट्स लगते हैं भाई ऐसे.
I tell you what, right now, if you're a Sentinels fan, you definitely clenching the butt cheeks because this is definitely going to be a bit of a banger here as we get ready for split. Are we going to get a map 3? I want to see this one go all the way. So let's send it back over to Brennan's sideshow.
Thank you very much, GB. Yeah, I think that's the hopes, isn't it, that we end up landing on that, you know, that proper, really drawn-out series. Map
भाई हवा करने वाली.
We are going to an interesting map too.
हवा करने वाली को तो तेरा नाम ही नहीं पता ना, उसको तो 6 बार नाम बताना पड़ेगा, तब तक गेम खत्म हो जाएगा.
Very comfortable in this map in the past, but the rest of the Sentinels not necessarily so.
Yeah, it used to be Loud's permaban, so it's not somewhere that Sassy and Pankada have historically been
आलू गया क्या?
showcased
Tens
much
jet
and Tens has had his struggles here. His demons have arisen, playing the jet, playing the Rays on this map in elimination.
मेरे को तो अभी से जीजी लग रहा है भाई.
The most important thing is
Tens ने सेज लिया, अभी से जीजी हो गया मेरे ख्याल से तो.
player to watch on this attack side because his breach very underwhelming.
कल रॉसी ने लिया था सेज इस मैप पे.
Rays should just be so much more fluid.
कॉपी कर रहा है भाई, रॉसी को कॉपी कर रहा है Tens, देख रहा है तू? मुझे तो फूक मारने वाली चाहिए. कैटेगरी स्पोर्ट्स को एक ही कैटेगरी रखा है. द फक? लड़के से भी गाली सुनवाओगे क्या? चाहते तो यही हैं.
It can take map control. It's really good on the defense side too. Big clash here though in ropes.
नाम तो मैंने ही नहीं लिया.
And guess what? Coverage was there. Durka takes the first shot. Chronicle had his back.
इनके मैप पे इनकी ली जा रही है.
So it's left Sentinels with a player disadvantage in this 3v4 now, looking to regroup with the rest, or at least with the space that Pankada's gained ever so slightly.
Yeah, the Viper setup creates a little bit of threat, a bit of pressure over towards A heaven.
They're reading it.
But there's already 3 players here.
Yeah.
And part of that is because Alfie's Cam sees into B heaven, and he's not worried at all.
And so Durka lines it up right down the
nice
angle.
shot.
A single shot will do it to the chest. Sassy not stand a chance. All up to Pankada.
ये मैं Sentinels के पैक था ना?
Play in this round.
Fanatics मार रहा है भाई.
You even do in a situation. You have to try and plan.
GG. GG भाई, the fuck.
I mean, that is just disgusting.
Durka has been a land demon at almost every event he's been.
Durka land demon.
I think he played
land demon.
in the run-up to champs than what we actually saw from him. But the team still did fairly well, making it to around the 6th spot. It's not like he was bad, but my God, when this guy is on form, Durka's playing his best. He's up there with, you know, the top 3 players in the world. At times he looks like he could be the best player in the world.
नोट्स में लिख ले, टकला भी होना है, गंजा भी होना है, तब लगते हैं वन टैप. देख इसका टेंशन नहीं है डर का बिल्कुल भाई. ये ले 101.
It's a critical pistol round for Sentinels to just get a bit more confidence.
No ball, no tension. टकली करा के खेलेंगे, एक पंखा ले आएंगे. Easy. Make notes of fumble. सर का को बोलो मेरी पार्टी में आए, मुझे ऐड करे. और
players are close. They're just trying to go for the jump peek. Right click in play.
हाँ ना, ये कैरी कर देगा, मेरे को भी कर देगा सेंडेड तक कैरी.
Just trying to get out of there. Even a self heal being used, so he'll be top to back.
तो पहले से हाँ, कभी तो बिल्कुल ही करा के आया ना फिर से. पीछे तक के. बिल्कुल ऐसा कि पसीना भी ऊपर आया ना तो स्लिप करके चला जाए, पता भी न चले.
Split is entirely about map control. It's about holding on to key areas and
हमको अपने टकले पे रखना नहीं रे.
got B heaven currently and there's still a lot
ये
of
किसका मैप है समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. को सैन को तो भाई एंट्री नहीं मिल रही है.
Sentinels are a little stuck. Obviously just pistols in this round too, but in these kind of rounds Def is probably just going to be feeling out what the defense looks like. How do they respond to different things? Where is the Cypher setup?
Nade is going to be supplementing this entire push. They all fall down, with the exception of Tens, who's just late lurking through B main.
भाई एक बाल ही तो है जो पसंद है लोगों को, वो भी कटवा लो. क्या कटवाने से अच्छा बाल कटवा लो मेरी नजर में तो. बाकी आपकी मर्जी. सबसे ग्लिच पॉप चाहिए, ठीक है.
And while I think it's imperative to get Zekken onto a roll like that, where he can have a bit more impact in the round and where he's showcased more comfort. For Chronicle, this guy, we've seen him up at the top playing all sorts of different stuff, and his fragging has never been in question.
Yeah, I mean, he's been such a flexible player. Remember him trying out to play, I believe it was Sova on Split as well, at times.
Oh, yeah.
Not afraid to flex over to a variety of roles, but this is the investment round now from Sentinels. They've got guns online in their hands.
बाय राउंड निकलना चाहिए ये वाला तो.
Usage of them now.
And look how much faith they have actually in Durka to just hold on to A lobby, A heaven, sorry. So now Alpha comes to reinforce. They're going to play a bit of a retake setup if Sentinels burst into the site.
Yeah.
And Alpha Durka going to be fighting both incredibly good
Heaven.
This heaven position watched for.
साइड के लिए जा सकते हैं.
Flash goes all the way up top there. That is an instant trade. So Durka only going to be claiming the one. Double satchel across. Alfia could be the difference maker. High ground position. Crosshair placement was not good, but he uses the cage to get back out of there.
Nice side तो मिला.
All has to be used though, and Heaven wasn't really watched for there. Tens had the spike in his hands the entire time. He will get this plant down without too much problem. Still, Fnatic, it maintained and held on to control of Heaven this entire time, and looking to reclear now. Through ramp down into main. Poster holding this paranoid. It's a big play. Ready and waiting. It's going to be ripping its way through. It's going to be attempts there. They're trying to hide through the smoke. Showstopper letting it rip over the wall. No one watching for it, and a spray down.
भाई क्या sexy round निकाला. Nice hold भाई.
Triple kill from Death. But also fortunate that he was on
देख ले
the
पाएगा.
right side.
VCT में भी रोजा होता है.
He was hugging the very edge of the
देख
smoke.
ले.
He knew that he wanted to go through it, and the timing just ended up being impeccable.
देख रहा है ना पाएगा.
I think a very big
कल
difference
से
there
वापस
too, in
थोड़ा
terms of how
शुरू
Fnatic
टाइम
were approaching the retake.
दो.
On Haven, we saw them strike
Strokes
immediately
आएंगे.
as soon as the plant went down. Not
ये
giving
बात मजे.
Sentinels a
हाँ ना.
moment to
घर वाले
set
ये
the
बोलते हैं.
plan.
10th कर ले फिर मजे हैं. 12th कर ले फिर मजे हैं. कॉलेज कर ले फिर मजे हैं. शादी कर ले फिर मजे हैं.
Approaching, but it let Sentinels get a bit more comfortable.
मजे कभी नहीं है भाई लाइफ में.
Definitely some more hesitancy there.
एक्सपीरियंस से बता रहा हूँ.
So aggressive.
Durka was doing this on Haven too.
And a double up. Primed and ready for the collateral, but denied at the
Nice.
final moment. The high-low setup, the reaction time's just not paying off there for Durka.
प्लांट कर रहा है.
The reflex.
यही होता है भाई जब अपनी टीम में नए बंदे आ जाते हैं. अपनी वैल्यू नहीं आ जाती.
They seemed almost ready for that one, Sentinels. The way they played it. Like they anticipated.
तू कागे के 3 स्टैक में जाएगा और जाकर तुझे बोलेगा ना कि सेज ले ले तो लेना पड़ेगा भाई वो 3 है.
Leo just tries to bail him out, but he does pay with it. With his life in the process, now backing away.
That wall, it has a little gap
no?
for Chronicle to hide in. And he's able to get up on top of it too.
Yeah.
So I thought Chronicle was just left out to dry, and instead, Leo's given him a little safety spot. This is a weird round. Okay, so Pancada's created some pressure over on A.
Heaven पे सिर्फ रेज है. Easy B side entry मिल सकती है
Maybe
इनको.
the first time in this series has a bad read on where this is going.
सब चूते होल्ड कर रहे हैं.
That's all left up to Chronicle to try and deny. Ball still in the hands of Tens. He's going to be using it slow into the back.
Nice entry.
Up.
Easy plant. Nice plant है. रेज आ रहा है फ्लैंक पे तो उसका ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा.
Down into mid, a contact play from him. Plant's going to go down without too many.
फैन खड़ा निकालेगा. क्या चल रहा है भाई? स्ट्रीम लैग क्यों कर रही? क्यों लैग कर रहा है ट्विच?
Problems, but this fight that's about to take place in main is so important. Pancada is going to meet him. Yep, face to face with Chronicle. A lot of util still to try and push them back, but that snake bite is quite nice.
बूम बोर्ड गंदा नर्फ हुआ है.
Not going to be anybody following up on the boom.
Info मिल पाता.
Aim of the game going to be trying to delay. Boast of the paranoia goes too wide, actually a little bit too
बहुत
high.
सक कल आना कल.
Pancada still alive in this one, and there's a crossfire setup. The re-swing.
Nice.
An adjustment of the aim finds the target, finds the mark. Alfia swinging across. Position is
अबे
no
काम.
now onto Heaven, but Sassy
पास में
reveals
गोली
it
मारेगा.
still. Will they claim
Nice
the
round.
kill with Alfia falling? That's going to be that second
मैं
round
कह रहा हूँ
for the
पंखा छोड़ो
Sentinels.
गंजी कराते हैं.
So far, an even map.
पंखा वाला तो बैठा
And
है.
it's opened the door for Sentinels now too, because Fnatic heavily
दूध वाले
invested.
प्लस
The
असली
operator
वजह तो
on
जहर
Durka
खा
got
के
shut down
है.
immediately. Everybody else full board.
मोटीन चाट ले.
Sassy coming up with the goods in the
पर
post.
मजे
Really
खाया
nice stuff.
मजे
That
तो
duo again.
में हैं जी.
Defending champion
रॉसी
duo.
टेंस
Sassy and
सारे
Pancada.
प्रोस को सेज
So
को. अरे हाँ ना
really
कल
good
सेम
to
इस
get
पे
through when
स्प्लिट
they're
पे
set up and in
रॉसी भी वही खेला था. सेज खेला था और सेज लेके ऑपरेटर किया था. मेरे को वही सेम होगा देखियो अभी. सेज लेके भी ऑपरेटर करेगा.
Major pressure though with Durka. Pops the Blade Storm and they go for something really aggressive, driving everybody into Alpha.
So अभी तक वर्जन है, कौन वर्जन है बे?
So I like this idea from
मैं आगे से नहीं हूँ, पीछे से हूँ।
Obviously the need to try and force positions, but
देखो आपका प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, स्टार्ट कर रहा है और जो स्पेक्टर्स की साइड से ग्लिच। हाँ ना, ये लोग बोले मेरे को नाइस पिक, नाइस पिक।
Finds two. Straight away opens it up. There's going to be no danger of any cheeky kills from.
I repeat, पंखा ले आओ, पंखा ले आओ। I repeat, पंखा लाओ।
Does have that bulldog in his hands, but Sassy also watching the flank. Fast play out, poster. He's actually managed to.
भाई डेव बहुत फ्रीकी खेल रहा है भाई ये। मस्त कैंप करके बैठ जाता, पिक निकाल रहा है। Nice. Clean shots.
Cleans it up nicely.
And gets his ultimate online. Really important that Pancada was hunting those kills towards the end, because the
Nice
Vital's
round.
Pit can easily win this next round if they can get onto site. Tens, that's the second time that when he walls out.
Tens भाई अलग ही सेज लेके duelist हो रहा है। Entry frag entry करा रहा है।
Punished there. But I'm wondering if Fnatic are going to start reading into this a little bit and just be holding for him being on top of the wall every time. I think the most important thing though in this round is, can Sentinels get into a post plant for Pancada to win with his pit?
It's been quite slow by Sentinels. You're seeing really glimpses of that
Boom
exit
का time
attack
कम हो
cycle
गया है।
from Def in the past when he's
Proper
played on
आगे
this
तक जा ही
map.
नहीं पाता।
Definitely agree. Look at where the cam is as well from Alpha though. Pancada's kind of Pancada and Sassy have faked a bit of pressure up towards A Heaven, but Alpha knows that it's not real. And that's going to allow Durka to rotate off, and they can just leave the whole of the A site to Alpha
Still holding it for the time being. Mid just being contained. Deep flash there into ropes. A familiar play to what Sentinels were trying to do on Haven quite a bit. They throw a bit of util out and just contact up, but this wall is going to be causing problems now.
That gives Sentinels a ton of space though.
How do they want to play around this? Just waiting. Ten's holding solo. You gotta be joking.
Nice.
The spacing there just not quite good enough, and Fnatic, they crumble.
4 गोली पे भाई बंदा reload नहीं
This
कर
is a
रहा।
save round at this point. The only thing Fnatic are hoping for is that maybe Pancada gets panicked and uses his ult for no reason.
First entry दिला रहा है। First blood सब ज़्यादा इसी के होने वाले हैं क्या?
All down to tens.
Being the playmaker. This guy, we
on
were
a new
speaking
role.
about him, man. Yeah, new role. 2023 really is the year of redemption for this guy. You know, he's playing on a map where we spoke about it historically. His performances were never good. This map always haunted him in the past, but
इको नहीं है इनका।
Yeah,
ट्विटर पे मस्त मैटर चल रहा फर्स्ट मैच के बाद दोनों का।
but his team still
मेरे जैसा वाइपर है। अच्छा हाँ तेरे जैसा ही होगा ना। पेनकाड़ा से फिर बोल रहा होगा कि प्लांट कर दो, बाकी मैं देख लूंगा मेरे पे लाइनअप से।
narratives about him being poor in elimination matches and stuff as well. Frankly, the guy just has a microscope on him because of the
बस प्लांट कर दो, बाकी मैं देख लूंगा मेरे पे लाइनअप से।
the audience that he commands.
I mean, the guy set the standards for star level performances in 2021.
Nice round.
But I like what he's doing there, and I also think that that was a bit ill-advised from Fnatic to be challenging this super heavily. It's not a great one-way. We've seen teams run it before. I think Yampi on Astra was somebody that I could remember doing it, but do you see how awkward it was for Ghost of Chronicle?
देख भाई इन लोगों का 5-6 राउंड में टाइम आउट। जी का तो कल टाइम आउट आई थिंक एक मैप पे ही था। एक गेम में टाइम आउट लिया था, बाकी तो नहीं भाई। अलग ही कॉन्फिडेंस था उन लोगों का।
And yet they decided to fight it until the very bitter end. I much prefer a one-way that's deeper in B main, and I'm sure that Fnatic will, put that one-way up again and fake as if they're challenging him. But Boaster needs to make some kind of adjustment here. Fnatic call a timeout, having an opportunity to talk to Mini. But I think the Cypher is getting good information behind.
वैसे आपका कॉपीराइट लग सकता है, व्हाट पार्टी परमिशन तो है ना। लगेगा तो लगेगा, स्ट्रीम डिलीट कर दूंगा, मजे के लिए कर रहा हूँ। कल वाली स्ट्रीम का तो घंटा कुछ लगा नहीं। कल वाली लगा था क्या? टाइम आउट है ना अभी तो। लगना तो नीचे यार, पहले वाले लगाते तो नहीं है। सब कुछ ही मस्त है इनका।
That's a big difference compared to Haven, where I think Fnatic had 13 of the first kills.
Which obviously makes a massive difference.
Yeah.
If you're heading into most rounds of an advantage.
इस पे कॉपीराइट क्लेम है, ये सॉन्ग का था। किसी ने किसी चूते ने पीछे पार्टी में आके सॉन्ग चला दिया था। और कल वॉच पार्टी में कोई कॉपीराइट नहीं है ना आज
across the board as well, so not the most ideal of situations, but we'll see if the adjustments come through. Like you were saying, Josh, maybe a bit slower play from Fnatic, but already a tempo shift.
Sassy has been using this dog though every time.
Rumby time out लेंगे 3 round AFK.
Up until they all burst out this smoke,
which is right now. You're going to see the double satchel play over the top.
Ooh, भाई mid satchel हवा में.
Absolutely unbelievable.
Ganda shot.
And the crossfire set up. Alfia ready to bail it out just as Sentinels try and collapse into the site. Space being gained. Pangada does hold, but still no one's dealing with Alfia. Tucker just walks into the smoke like ships in a night, but this time Dev was aware of it.
And that might have given an opportunity for the two Smokes players on Sentinels to clutch. The spike though is in such a horrible position. And a triple crossfire. The camera's still up. Everything is stacked against Sentinels. But they have a hope.
Hope and dream. Still the cam is going to spot them out. See that warbang angle? That's just off the cam. Spots the player, pings it out, and you warbang him through the box there.
Boaster took a bit of damage back.
Ana smoke में must.
That exchange of fire. 28 seconds left. How do you find an isolator fight here? Fnatic, so favored. Slide off angle by Leo. Does he not spot him?
अभी कैसे झुक के देख रहा है?
He does, but good movement from Leo. The wider swing, Pankata wasn't ready for it, and
nice round.
Alfia, what a cleaner from that guy. I mean,
firstly,
let's just adjust. I mean, I don't know. We got to talk about that first shot from Durka. Show me a replay or something, because that was, I mean, I was speechless.
That really is superb. He knows where
referee cried what he तो अपन भी deserve करते हैं.
In that as well, it's not just pure tracking. He knows that he's trying to land on that high ground, but it's still such a gorgeous shot. And Durka
प्यार से सबसे बात कर रहे हैं. टॉक्सिक कभी मैं हुआ नहीं आज तक टीम में किसी से. सबको सपोर्ट करते हैं, हमेशा फील करते हैं.
Where they're ready to receive it.
एक राइट बॉडी तो मैं भी डिजर्व करता हूँ.
They did go A, but Alfia was trying to get back into the site through elbow, and they didn't quite know what was going on. I'm not sure Sentinels are going to go for heavy hits, but I do think they could still follow this dog and try and control A. The camera again in a really nice spot from Alfia.
अबे ये क्या चबाते हुए?
Opting into that mid control though from Fnatic with the operator in the hands of Durka. This time they fight it. Still Pankata.
एक नहीं दो हाँ ना. इतना सच नहीं बोलते शान.
Oh, the left hand approach. Wow. Okay.
Nice shot.
I mean, just should never have been favored in that fight yet. Comes out relatively unscathed. I mean, dropped to 27 health, but the kill claimed, and that's the important part.
दो तेरे दो मेरे.
All of these first fights have been going the way of Fnatic.
बस भाई. Zem की तरह क्लासिक पे लगा के घूमूंगा राइट बॉडी में.
So they're not too worried about that. They can put a lot of focus towards B heaven. I'm not exactly sure though why Chronicle is leaving right now. Okay, now he returns.
Yeah.
Just in time, I think.
Play being set up though. Fnatic, massive advantage with this one, and a contact play. Zekin just tries to take the angle. Paranoia and an A to push them back. Wall not even close to fading here.
30 seconds left.
Interesting angle. The Tens is looking for a clean shot into this one. Jump peek by Chronicle.
वे सेंस को टेंस की पता नहीं भाई सारे फ्लो पे आज का सेज खेल रहे हैं. कल रॉसी भी सेज खेल रहा था. नाइस फ्लिक.
Does he anticipate the second player up top though? Drop down. That's Boaster close.
No time.
Fight still being won out. It's down to Tens. Spike has to be picked up, and the pressure is on. Isolates one more fight. What is that?
Nice, Ray. Winnable, actually winnable.
Does indeed. Durka solo though, rotating around.
Oh, one shot.
Used. Back up, healthy, still in that 1v1. Isolating the angle, and Durka is just waiting it out. Locking down the angle on top of the box with that operator. Has the dash.
भाई क्या दिक्कत है?
Slowly creeping and crawling down the ropes, not making any noise, and it's just going to be a game of reactions. Who spots who first?
Ooh, nice. Nice shot, भाई.
The final blow.
Clutch तो है.
For the Red Bull clutch.
Flash हाथ में लेके ड्राइव पे throwing a free बहुत बैंकर हाँ ना.
Tens has been masterful on this.
फिर भी nice round.
I love the
Tens तो Tens है भाई.
Wall in B main. And then the skill demonstrated from Tens and Sassy to be able to win that round is superb. I think for Fnatic. But that doesn't win you games. No. Sentinels running away with this on the attack side.
Fast showstopper play right up close.
Nice there.
And these fast plays, when you throw them in, just how slow the attack side rounds are being played. Of course they're going to be capitalizing. Of course they're going to be coming up.
Lag हो रहा है. भाई इनकी stream lag हो रही है भाई.
Durka needs something here. He might get all.
Okay,
I
nice
thought he was
trade.
going to get both of them. They almost lined up, but the trade is there from Sassy.
Yep.
Safe again. Not even a point of damage.
अरे ये मेरा इशू नहीं है, ये उनके एंड
Now
से ही
Fnatic
दिक्कत
are
है.
really stuck.
पिच पे यही हो रहा
3v4,
है.
and like I said, split is about map
See,
control. Well, they have no idea if
lag,
someone is into
stutter,
ropes.
lag.
They still have this cam
उनके एंड से
from
दिक्कत है.
Alpha, and I think the desk was talking about it. The Sentinels are not putting a premium on breaking this stuff.
YouTube
They
ये
didn't
सेम ही
break
है,
the Killjoy
एक ही जगह से तो
utility.
वो हो
They're
रहा
not breaking
है.
the Cypher utility either, but they are still finding a way around it. I heckin' love that guy.
I hacking love tens.
Yep, just blessed of his POV in the moment there. Trip's going to be broken though, Alpha yet.
YouTube पे भी same है, same दिक्कत है.
Quite good at spotting out a bit of that angle. Tries to go for the spray down there with a stinger, but now just backing away actually, opting into the save. Not even willing to try and play into this one. If Alpha can claim a rifle, it's going to be not too bad for them, but still. Another round on the board, piles up.
And that is a big W for Fnatic. Do you remember what I said a couple of rounds ago? Where Fnatic were going for a save.
वो save कर रहे हैं, लोग
"Best
ult
they can
करके
offer is
बैठे हैं
Fnatic
भाई.
gets scared and just uses his ult. Well, it happened here. A 4v3, it's not a bad
YouTube
time
पे
to
check
use the ult.
करता.
And of course, he can't know that Fnatic are going for a save. But they're going to be a bit frustrated about that. Nevertheless, it's a round on the
stream
board.
खोल के बैठा
They're
हूँ.
still going to have an economy advantage heading
नशे तो है
into
मेरे
the
भी.
next, into round 10. And Sentinels with 6 on the attack side is looking superb. Brent, I feel like Split is becoming an attack-sided map from what we've watched in Lock-In so far. It feels like teams are really being able to get a read on... It feels like teams are really being able to get a read on how...
See, यहाँ भी glitch हो
how
रहा
to create
है.
ramp
मतलब
pressure, get into
lag
heavy.
हो
A
रहा
lot
है.
of teams playing heavy duelist styles.
Same दिक्कत है.
It's
See,
enough
lag,
payoff for these
lag,
defensive teams
lag,
there with the map
glitch,
changes as well, widening
lag.
a lot of these choke points.
Fix the PC,
But
riot.
Fnatic, I think, is still going to be explosive.
कल नहीं था, आज दिक्कत आ
Still
रही है.
need to get rounds on the board. Sentinels cannot be allowed to run
मुझे
away
नहीं
with
आएंगे
this.
glitch
Otherwise,
everywhere
we'll
या
see a complete mirror of Haven,
उनके end से दिक्कत है.
which I suppose would be only fitting.
Really slow orb from Leo. That's just a bit of conditioning. Dirk has been opping that angle just from that, so making sure that they keep adding these layers into the early rounds.
इनका डेटा खत्म हो गया है. I think उन्होंने कुछ तो सही किया है.
Slip there.
कुछ तो सही किया उन्होंने.
Don't worry about it. Minute
Let's
10,
see.
and thankfully
No.
nothing happened.
Yep.
Just a bit of slow mid control, and Sassy coming around the corner, just contacting in.
Yep, and that kill is quite far out in the open there. We'll see what can be done. Leo does have a
I
res
thought it's my
available, but
phone.
already
No,
that
no,
pressure's
it's
being applied to him.
everywhere.
Starting to squeeze him. Nade rebounded off the side, sets him up again.
Nice
Tens,
pick.
an easy kill.
One way.
Two when his target is rotating this way, that way.
वहाँ
Alpha
उड़
has
के आया
the
भाई.
difference maker, and what a shot to find. The crossfire setup boaster quick
Hold
to
it.
respond again in kind, holding that crossfire setup. And cool, calm
4K.
and collected. That is the name of the game. Oh, Alpha as the anchor.
Alphia's anchoring has
मेरे
just
पास
been
डेटा तो उसी
phenomenal.
उठा
Tested on the A side, delivers.
मैं तो
Tested on
कल
the
स्टीम
B
हल्का
side,
हल्का पीछे करके
absolutely
देखूंगा.
immaculate again. And the cages are working, the trips are working, the positions he's playing are off his teammates. And just relying on that ability to take duels and win them. Fnatic get a fourth, and they save themselves from another eco. I'm liking
इनका
the
जियो
type
का
of
रिचार्ज
setups
खत्म हो
as
गया
well
आज का.
that they're going for. Althea obviously was a Sentinel main before.
छी भाई ऐसे मजे थोड़ा ना आएंगे. क्या कर रहे हैं राइट वाले?
He's really comfortable in this spot. And I gotta be honest, Brent, my eyes are still over towards Zekken. I'm waiting for that big moment
Sentinels हार रहा है
where
तो
he
कुछ भी करेंगे.
showcases the
सब
skills
glitch
we've
कर
seen from
देते हैं,
him in
इनको
the
जिता
past.
देते हैं.
Can he crack this open in A?
किसी को क्या ही पता चलेगा.
Pressure now on Durka. High ground angle, watch for. No, drops down onto the side, and it's just a contact play. Sentinels moving all the way through. Fight has to be taken here. And one out.
डर का इन दोनों को बीचों से घुस के पिलाया भाई.
Chronicle as well, just making sure to try and cover that angle, but there was an
Nice
instant
trade.
trade.
It's so strange though. Durka just controls the main entrance into A. The spike is not in there. Zekken's walking into spawn. Things are getting chaotic. This is going to come down to individual decision making.
With 40 seconds left in the round.
ये हेवन बैठ के सेव करेगा अब.
Gonna be forced out of Sentinels. They're gonna have to shine, but Spike's still in the hands of Tens.
30 seconds left.
What little time they did have is starting to burn away. Rez in play actually with the orb. Let's see if there was any punish there. No, Durka was holding inside the smoke, seeing if he could catch
हिम्मत नहीं है डरका घुसने की.
Now time is running really low, jumping through into the smoke. Durka waits it out, patient enough. Snakebite across, rips through, and it's down to just there. Spike nowhere near him, unable to make a play in this moment. So Fnatic grabbing that round on the board.
A really important one for Fnatic too, because
Yeah.
this starts to bolster their defense side. They've won the pistol, and then 3 out of the next 9. It's not been an incredible performance by Fnatic, but the score on the board is what matters. And they're drawing things level with a comp that's probably going to be attack-sided. We might be dead even in this map. And I think Sentinels need to put another one on the board, I think. The next
गांजा 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 की गंजा.
where both comps are probably the most comfortable. Yeah. But both teams need as many as they can right here. Durka with an operator looks to take an early peek. He knows that Sassy's been dogging it every time.
See what happens here. It's early fight. So important. Seekers forces out the first shot, has to back away, including the dog. Removes all that util. Not going to be clearing the way for them. Boombot and a nade. The double satchel play this time. A different path, and yet Boaster still nails the shot. One after another.
इधर 4 राउंड्स पहले खत्म हो गया.
Boaster and the reposition from Durka. Trying to catch one of these players unaware. Pankata though offsets it with his own movement. He's going to be favored into that fight. So Spike now starting to go down. But lifting that 2v4.
तो हुआ.
Fnatic looks primed and ready for them to just make it a nice even score line. Nade into the corner. It's going to be pushing them away. Dropping down. A flick of the wrist from Tens. Not able to find it. Satchel up top. One
The
more kill
fuck?
found. Pankata. The pressure is on. And it's just unable to finalize it. To put it away. Put it to
Nice
Fnatic
try रे, nice try, nice try,
claim
nice
the
try.
round. They're going to be making it 6-6.
Big performance from Fnatic to get back into this one. Join us dead level at the half. The next half is going to be everything for Sentinels.
60 try.
Both teams need to win here.
हमारा
Only
नेता
one
कैसा
can.
हो गंजे भैया जैसा हो.
Sentinels, are they going to
Okay,
be able to
nice
pull
half
back?
6-6. सही निकाल ले रहा है attacking में.
We're going to go to a break here.
अभी
5
देखते
minute
Sentinel
break,
का
and we'll
defense
be back
कैसा है.
with the next half, where we'll show you the remix version of Sentinels Fnatic.
ग्लिच का कुछ कर. पूरी चैट बावड़ी हो रखी है भाई. सी ग ग ग ग ग ग. सब स्पैम कर रहे हैं. गंदा ग्लिच हो रहा है. सेंटिनल्स ना होकर डिफेंस में हार गए तो अरे और उनका सेंटिनल्स का पिक है. उन्होंने मैं पिक किया. अगर यहाँ हारे भाई तो फिर छोड़ दें फिर तो. भाई इसकी 2 लाख वॉचिंग आने वाली है. क्या चल रहा है भाई इसका. दो लाख की वॉचिंग भाई. इतने सब्सक्राइबर्स हैं इंडिया में बहुत बंद हो गए. तो विंग्स के कितना 200 के समथिंग सब्सक्राइबर्स हैं. इतनी इसकी वॉचिंग आ रही है. देखते हैं. 6-6 स्कोर तो ठीक है अभी तक का. क्या चल रहा है यूट्यूब पे. हम भी तो देख के आए हैं. मैक्रो. नहीं 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 नहीं. फक मैक्रो. मैच के साथ मुजरा करा रहा होगा. कौन. क्या चल रहा है इसका? इसकी वॉचिंग भाई वैलो से ज़्यादा आ रही है। वैलो की 121K, इसके 185K। आएगी आएगी, अपनी भी आएगी, चिंता ना करो। साली कभी तो आएगी। भाई पागल हो जाएगी चैट आज तो ऐसे कुछ भी स्पैम कर दिया। ये थोपड़ा देखने आए हैं लोग। इतना अच्छा है क्या? Don't know whom to support watching for fun exactly. कोई मेरे जैसा था ये। What do you mean there's an entire other bracket? यार मुझे लगा VCT होगा, कुछ अलग देखने को मिलेगा। इनकी भी वही फटी हुई है जैसे अपन एंट्री करते हैं ना। एंट्री समझ में आती है ना, साला डिफेंस समझ में आता है ना, अटैक हो पाता है ना होल्ड हो पाता है। दिक्कत अपनी नहीं है, गेम की दिक्कत है। 5-6 साइड होनी चाहिए, इजी जाके प्लांट कर दो फिर 1v1 कर लो। थिंक लैग ठीक कर रहा हूँ। हाफ टाइम में यार होता तो नहीं है, 5 मिनट का जो उन्होंने लिया है। So,
Hey everyone, we just want to let you know that our team is aware of the stuttering issues that are affecting the broadcast, but just to be 100% clear, it is not impacting the players on stage whatsoever, which is the most important thing, hands down, and we hope to have a fix as soon as possible. We thank you all so much for your patience. We hope that regardless, you're still enjoying the matchup, and we thank you so much for joining us here back in the analyst desk as we get ready to discuss what we just saw in that first half, because
पैसा लगाओ टीम में बना दूंगा।
it's kind of like that meme. They had us in the first half, not gonna lie. It was looking all right for them so far, but I just got word that we are going to be jumping back in the game. So apologies for that. Let's actually send it back over to the casters and get into the action.
बट मैं जिसको अच्छा खेलता देखता हूँ मेरे साथ खेलता है तो हक देता है, क्या बताऊँ। और जो भी अच्छे प्लेयर है मेरे साथ खेलते हैं तो वॉच पार्टी के लिए परमिशन लेना पड़ता है क्या? हाँ ना।
Yeah, back into the match that matters now here between Fnatic and Sentinels. Map number 2, of course, is the Sentinels that need to take it. They have any chance of staying in the series and staying in the tournament.
This composition
सुनने में था ये लेना पड़ता है, बाकी पता नहीं, पैसा भी लगाना पड़ेगा, हाँ ना।
So important. A lot of time for these teams to think about what exactly you want to do, but already you can see a lot of players of Fnatic just grouped up. Double duelist play. The Excels are just fast burst into the side, a bit of a jumping from Tens. Not sure if you saw them there. Smoke going to be placed now up into heaven. Paranoia also prime. There's forwards, but that wall, it's interesting. Yeah, blocks them off.
Side block कर दी। लॉल।
Available positions that they could have just been swinging from, but the counter wall play. What a play to make and what a call in the moment. Still, Fnatic overwhelming them. And Sentinels just did not look ready for that one.
Wall boost.
2 players left alive, Zekken and Sassy. Can they make it work here? They're in great positions to deny the plant, and the pressure is actually on Fnatic.
Yeah.
But Zekken's just so out in the open.
अब नहीं अटक रहा। बोल दो आप बस, अभी अटकने लग जाएगा।
Yeah, no one holding that angle, so Chronicle just contact pushing all the way up.
हो गया। मैं राइट में किसी को नहीं जानता रे तू स्ट्रीम कर रहा बस अगर कॉपीराइट आएगा तो स्ट्रीम डिलीट कर दूंगा दैट्स इट मैं मेरे फ्रेंड्स सब बैठे हैं स्ट्रीम देख रहे हैं
Fnatic with this pistol round are going to be starting some serious momentum unless Sassy can work a miracle. But I think it's just far too much. He'd have to hit outrageous shots.
That's right.
And Alfia is equal to it. I feel like this is a rough day for Zekken. The amount of times we've seen him caught out is brutal for a player of his caliber. The coordination and the game plan just helping all of the Fnatic players.
एंस को लगा वॉल कर दूंगा साला अंदर को नहीं आ पाएगा ओ भाई 3 बंदे वॉल बुक्स करके ले गए उसको सेकंड राउंड वैंडल फैंटम बॉडी डेस्परेट है भाई ये तो
They're just accepting that Fnatic are going to go up 8-6.
Playing it safe. Heavy presence from them in towards.
और सोचो ये वाला राउंड अगर ये हार गए वैंडल लेके फैंटम लेके क्लासिक इको पुश मिड
over the top, so Doka looking to try and create some space, but Sentinels are not wasting any time already, making sure that they can
rotate kiya
fight them. Going to be a swing attempt now through into main. Jiggle of the movement there, but both are not really being baited out too much, and a shot to the chest will do it just from the Marshal in that moment, cleaning up these players one after another.
एक गन तो निकाला
Working towards building those ultimates.
Marshal निकाला
I want to talk a little bit about how these compositions work though, because Sentinels comp is going to focus really heavy on mid control. They're going to have Astropols, Viper.
लग रहा है 2-0 हो गया गेम GG होगा Sentinels का
probably not going to be able to get mid control
कल आएंगे Sentinels
very often, but I don't think they need it. The double duelist compositions excel at bursting out through one of the choke points really quickly and applying a lot of pressure to the anchors. So both teams have slightly different goals in terms
इनके duelist के 5 किल है भाई 10s के अकेले के 9 किल है क्या कर रहे हैं अपने मुंबई लॉबी होती तो अभी तक टॉक्सिक हो चुके थे और ले ले ड्यूलिस्ट और इंस्टा लॉक कर ले खेलना आता नहीं नुबड़े नुबड़े करके ले चुके होते इसके अभी तक ड्यूलिस्ट बॉटम फ्रैग है इनका
early obstacle for them in the entirety of Lock, and we've talked about the hopes and dreams of this Fnatic squad, this Fnatic team, including Boaster, this guy who's just had his eyes on a trophy for so long.
That is a really nice timing on the wall from TenZ. Like I said, Fnatic want to burst through the choke points, and they were just starting to group up on A. I think they actually could do the same thing again, though. All get close, Leo walls up, and then they explode off the back of that. We'll see what choice they end up making.
Wall boost करेंगे फिर से सारे लोग.
Not making any noise.
If they do go for that, look how much pressure that's going to put on Sassy.
And spot it out. Here's the wall go up. Sassy has to back away from this one. Quick dash up there onto Flowers, and Durka nails the shots.
I think Durka was the only person on the wall. He had to win that.
And when he does, site's going to be claimed now for Fnatic. What an opener for them. Sentinels left grasping in this one. How do you try and salvage this situation? Do have positioning onto A ramp. You've got to clear through all this utility. Screens also is there for them. And look at Alpha. Great position for him. Ducking underneath this one. Trip is very nice. And Alpha just has precise positioning.
नीचे से निकल जाता हूँ किसे क्या ही पता चलेगा.
And layers on layers.
एक-एक करके मर रहे हैं भाई ये तो.
Just amazing for this. And Sentinels forced to save. You just have to back away. You need to keep the rifles moving into the next one, but steadily.
Ganda round.
Like this map in this series might just be falling away, crumbling beneath them.
Fnatic winning the bonus round is
नीचे से निकल जाता हूँ ट्रिप के किसे क्या ही पता चलेगा.
Economy. Sentinels are put up against the ropes here, and their defensive game plan fell apart because Fnatic have the ability to get up, over, and around that wall.
अगर साइफर ने ट्रिप लगाया होगा तो सोच के लगाया होगा ना ऐसा थोड़ा ना अंधे में लगा गया होगा कि कोई भी ऊपर से जंप करके नीचे से आ जाएगा.
Allow them to rotate their players off to the other side of the map.
ठीक है भाई ये करवा लो इनसे.
Use their own wall to get over it, or updraft dash, blast pack, whatever. They have so many tools to be able to get around that obstacle that it means TenZ's utility is not quite as useful as it otherwise would be against other teams, other comps. Def is going to be hard pressed to come up with an answer to this.
Time out being taken.
Time out तो चाहिए वो time out में भी क्या ही कर लेंगे.
I mean, this is a good time.
इनका global वाला हाल हो रहा है. At least global एक मैच तो जीता था. एक मैप तो जीता था. इनसे तो एक ना निकले अब.
And the most important thing is that the Sentinels players are in position to receive Durka. I would normally say Durka and Chronicle, but Chronicle hasn't been playing that aggressively on the attack side yet. Durka is way out in front. If they can shut down Durka with good anchoring, a smoke, a pull, whatever utility you want to put in there, but be ready to receive him.
गया
If
लाइक
they can shut
हल्का
down
सा आया था
Durka, they'll rip off the tip of the spear, and Fnatic are going to
बट
be a bit
पहले
stuck
से
on these
ठीक है
pushes.
फिर भी
But I think that's
GG
a
हो
lot
गया
to
इनका
ask. Durka
हाँ
has been in unbelievable form in this
भाई
series so
ग्लोबल
far.
अच्छा खेल गया इनसे तो
He's currently 18 and 8.
एक मैप तो
He's just
निकाला
feasting.
इन्होंने इनसे
The
तो
only
खुद
times
का
we've
मैप नहीं
seen
निकल
punished
रहा
is when he just walks around with an
ग्लोबल
orb.
वाला हालत हो रही है ग्लोबल का भी मैप वही था स्प्लिट था अपने मैप पे पिल गए थे वो
One away from
उनसे
that
खुद का
ultimate as
मैप
well,
होल्ड
but
नहीं
you
हुआ
are
था
right.
इनका भी यही
Keep it
मैप
up.
है इनका भी हो गया
Putting a stop to these
21
bashing
का
gauges.
है कराया था
Finding a way around it.
ना हो गया ना 12 बज जाएंगे तो फिर से डेटा आ जाएगा 12 बज गया ना
And a lot of the time, that is going to mean that Sentinels need to give space. When Fnatic invest really heavily, they need to walk backwards and absorb some of that
ये
aggression.
एग्रेसिव क्यों खेल रहे हैं
Alpha is looking to absorb aggression.
समझ रहे हैं डुएलिस्ट है किल नहीं हो रहा
Oh,
ओह
trying to
फक
take the
भाई
flank there, Sassy. A wider swing, but just a weapon not good enough for it. Sheriff in play, and that's an instant answer. Look at this from Fnatic.
A good mid-round call.
Yeah, players swarming that position. Neural Theft going to be giving great
नहीं
information
मैं
as
जा
well.
रहा
On top of
हूँ
this,
सॉरी
Second tries to
गुड
reposition.
आइडिया
He's just caught out in the open.
That's actually Alfie's ultimate.
अब
giving
थ्रो
him
कर
that
रहे हैं
kill.
लोग अभी लिटरली थ्रो कर रहे हैं
Tens might try and make a play though. Trying to go for that crouch jump onto the corner. Definitely impossible in some
मेरे
circumstances.
को जाता है ना यूएस बाहर रहते हैं ना लोग तो इनका जल्दी आ जाता है ब्राजील में चल रहा है ना अभी
Yeah, and Def and Pancada need to save here, or they need to save at least one of the rifles. Pancada actually can buy into the next. So maybe he's just trying to keep the Fnatic economy under wraps, but Fnatic are going to be looking to buy for a long time yet.
Yeah, this is
You
them.
can't do too much damage.
I mean, sailing away with the game. The map and the game.
तब से जंप नहीं हो पा रहा था इससे वॉल पे अब लास्ट सेकंड वॉल पे जंप किया जब वॉल टूट गई भाई
Rip ahead off, but
Leo might die. Oh no, he just gets away. Safe in his corner. And that is not even a set plan from Fnatic at all, right? That is Boaster making a mid-round call that, all right, they're getting aggressive on A. We're set up to
13-60
punish them
होगा
with
ये
Durga
भी
and Alpha, yeah. So now there's going to be an opening. Let's exploit that. I like the balance of sets.
ये राउंड गया तो गेम गया
The
ये
Fnatic
इनका बाय राउंड है ये राउंड बहुत क्रिटिकल है ये निकालना पड़ेगा
his ultimate by mistake there.
लड़के क्या खेला के
Oh, at the
20
end of
किल है
the
भाई
round. Oh yeah, it's gone.
He did.
ये
Yeah,
घंटा है कुछ ना
Okay.
the right click
No
away,
worries.
but
They don't
okay.
need it.
हाँ ना
Listen,
तब से
they're
कूद
ahead
रहा
already.
था
4 rounds, why not? Adjustment made though, Sentinels. It's going to be the Satchels working their way forwards. Fnatic trying to gain control of this. Slow orb at the feet. The players in a choke point. This wall is so interesting. What a
the fuck nice wall yeah Ooh, nice 4v 3v2 चीज में ज्यादा मोटे मार्क्स वाले सो जा लक्ष्य सो जा मैच में वैसे कुछ नहीं होगा दफा भाई फ्लिक भाई वन शॉट है वो नाइस स्पॉट तो क्या होगा जंप स्पॉट ये बाहर है ओके जी हो गया एक मैप ना निकला भाई इनसे छी भाई काहेगा सेंटिनल्स इस इनका वेट कर रहे थे तब से इनका 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 गेम प्ले देखने क्या नहीं कास्टर्स की साउंड नहीं भाई अब तो बोल भी नहीं रहे हेलो किधर गए जी कास्टर्स गंदा डिप हो गया भाई एक मैप तो निकालते हैं ग्लोबल सही है भाई ग्लोबल सही खेल गया इससे अच्छा तो एटलीस्ट एक मैप तो निकाला ये तो 2-0 से हार के घर जाएंगे सेंटिनल जैसी टीम भाई कास्टर्स की साउंड गई अब तो मैं ही हूँ मैं ही कमेंट्री चालू कर देता हूँ नाइस द फक है रे अभी भी आस है नाइस नाइस राउंड होगा एफर होगा उम्मीद रख डेंस है होगा बस 3 के निकाला रे क्या बिगाड़ दिया अल्फा ने तेरा मिडलर कर रहा है भाई वो फिर एक आधे पिक निकाल लेगा ये देख रोटेशन गई पीछे से आएगा पिक निकालेगा ओके नाइस नेड प्लांट रोका कल की इन्फो आई 2 बंदे निकाल लेगा भाई बोस्टर जीजी हो गया क्या डिले
As well, apologies for that one. Pankada left into that 1v3, has to find his kill onto Durka. Low enough. Single bullet might have done it.
1 HP.
But he's just so alone right now. He's been surrounded on every single side. The time pressure just too much. And a heartbreaking moment for Pankada, forced to just back away from the fight.
GG. 12-7.
Chance in hell, and it leaves no room for error now for Sentinels. With this Fnatic claiming that 12th round on the board for them. Map and series point within their grasp.
So many chances to convert this too. Fnatic completely in control. Durga sat at 23-11. Sentinels forced to take a timeout. Pankada with a massive ultimate to work with, but they're always up against the ropes.
Chances बहुत कम है भाई.
1 round away from being eliminated in the first round of the EMEA bracket. And it's rough, isn't it?
यहाँ से comeback बहुत hard है.
It's no
12-7.
That's what happens when two heavy hitters face each other in single elimination. But the manner in which it's happened, there's been a bit of a gulf in this match between the preparation levels and the teamwork and the individual level of Fnatic and what people were hoping for from Sentinels.
Performing at this kind of level as
अबे
well.
सब पे पंखा है बे. इसके भी ज़ैकन में ही पंखा सब पे ही है.
Not even really at 100%, you could argue.
वो ज़रूरी है.
Great map one, and he's been there when it's
जो एंडेंस को खेलते हुए देखने वेट कर रहा था अजीब हो गया काफी. हाँ ना सब उसी का वेट कर रहे थे बट सेज खिला दिया उसको. चल ठीक है फिर भी. बट नहीं रे ये एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया था यार. 2-0. नोटिस तो जाना था. 2-1 हो गया हारते फिर भी ठीक था बट 2-0 गंदा भाई. वो भी उनके खुद के फेवरेट मैप पे. इनके पिक में इनसे भाई ना अटैक हुआ ना डिफेंस हुआ.
Just like the Loud project of last year, obviously it's built for the long term, it's built for champions, but they were hoping to make a run here at lock-in. They're going to have to pull off something absurd to make that dream a reality.
Early slow orb, need to try and push back the angle. That's that pressure being applied. And the ultimate there into the back of the side. That's going to be clearing this one, and Boaster sticks it. Paranoia, does he want to open himself up a little bit too wide? Def should punish that indeed. He does. Showstop around the corner. And the swings are there. Good trade in action. But the pressure is more than on right now. Fnatic, they make it nice and even. 3v3. Boombot destroyed. Another nade sailed right past them. And the wall just intersecting, causing all sorts of troubles. To the back of it.
Tens ने Guardian लिया भाई. GG हो गया.
And this is shambolic.
Good game guys.
Sentinels left in a 2v4, all on Sassy and Zekken. Flash ready. Will find one of the targets, gets them into the site, but a crossfire and a massive play needs to be made. Showstoppers back, round the corner, second claims two. The beam down from Sassy, and it's all down to Leo. What a miracle play, what a miracle performance, but Leo, he might just end it. Left down to the 1v1 second, he has to kill him.
Why 23 HP with the fuck?
Dreams.
GG भाई 30 टीम इससे अच्छा मैं खेल लेता एफर इससे अच्छा तो अपन खेल लेते भाई वो उससे ले गया भाई
What an insane way for the match to finish. Sentinels did everything they could there.
2-0
with Sassy and
GG's
Zekken combining together to make such a winnable 2v4, and it gets shut down.
गंदा
The
थ्रो हो गया
winning moment from a player,
ये एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया था रे
not even on the stage. What a
4v2
game,
बहुत सही था
though.
बट
What an opener for Fnatic.
लास्ट स्टेज
Showcasing
30
they
HP
are
पे
here
क्लच
to
कर
win.
देगा ये
We
नहीं
said
सोचा
it,
था
Brent, at the beginning of this year. If Poster can't lift a trophy with this squad, I don't know whether it's ever happening. They are on a hunt, and they mean business.
Yeah, and that first major obstacle, massive matchup in the first
Tens
round of
गया
matches against Sentinels, of course.
ड्रॉप कर देंगे सेंटिनल्स वाले
To them. We sent home winning this one, a brutal format, but pressure
मेरे को इस चमते को
tense situations, tense
पूरा तो
matchups
जैब जैकन ऐसे
between them.
तीनों चूतिए
And it is going to be a long-term project. Sentinels are aiming for champs. At the
जैकन
end of
फिर
the
भी
year.
ट्राई करा
They
रहे
have a fan base that
पेनकेड़ा भी मस्त ट्राई
is
किया
hungry for results.
3K 4K बट
Perfection.
एज अ टीम
I would
हक
argue that
दिया
both of these teams' fan bases, Fnatic and Sentinels, they are
मैं तो कह रहा हूँ अपन जिसको सपोर्ट कर
really
वो वही हार रहे हैं
and demanding that trophy to be lifted. There's one player right at the forefront of that. That's Poster. You can see him there.
And I've got to be honest with you, I don't know what that celebration was. I mean,
Yeah, could not make that one out. But
comments on a postcard, send them in with hashtag VCT LOCK in. Oh,
Easy हो
well,
गया
served up on a plate, on a platter. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws for it. But that is a great way for Fnatic to begin this run. They've carved a bit of a path for themselves now. One of their biggest hurdles looked to be Sentinels in the opening round.
किसका मैच है
See just
आई
how
थिंक
deep this team
T1
can
का
get.
है
That was quite clean. They showcased great
कौन देखेगा
individual performance. Dirk with over 300 ACS on split and dominated map 1 as well. And the teamwork, the prep, what they showcased was lovely today.
ये तो हो गया जीजी
what you'd
वो
expect
T1
from
का
this
है
Fnatic squad is that they have that preparation in spades. They have the set plays. What has been lacking in the past of iterations of this roster has been their ability to adapt on the fly. But I think what we witnessed today, honestly, with all the upgrades that Fnatic have made, that doesn't seem to be a problem for them anymore. There were
Easy
many
हो गया
moments where they were
चलो 2-0 बढ़िया है जल्दी खत्म हुआ जल्दी सोएंगे कल जल्दी उठेंगे एफर सुबह सुबह आ जाइयो ज़्यादा जल्दी तो नहीं मैं सुबह थोड़ा काम करके आऊँगा कुछ कल काम है सैटरडे है डैड घर पे है 11 बजे तक ऑनलाइन होगा फिर पुश करते हैं कॉम्पी तब तक के लिए शबा खैर गुड नाइट टाटा बाय बाय 11 बजे मिलते हैं ठीक है 11 11:30 तक मैं तेरे को मैसेज कर दूंगा ड्रॉप कर दूंगा मैसेज शाइको हेलो क्रूज सेंटिनल्स हार गया बता रहा हूँ ना क्रूज सबका डी रैंक चल रहा है किसी का दिन अच्छा नहीं चल रहा मेरा भी डी रैंक हो गया सेंटिनल्स भी हार गया ग्लोबल भी हार गया एनआरजी सपोर्ट क्या साला वो भी हार गया दिव्यांश की तरह कल से वही जिस टीम को हराना होगा साला उसको सपोर्ट करूंगा जीजी हो गया कोई ना चलो आई एम आल्सो थ्रोन गोइंग टू आयरन रैंक लॉल मैं आ रहा हूँ पीछे पीछे आ रहा हूँ आई जॉइन यू गोल चलते हैं कल चलो गुड 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 गेम गाइस कल मिलते हैं तब तक के लिए गुड नाइट बाय बाय